Breaking tonight, is Labour on the brink of civil war? Reports suggest that Sir Keir Starmer is set to suspend 7 Labour MPs who rebelled to vote in favour of scrapping the 2-child benefit cap. The amendment was tabled by the SNP, of course it was, and voted on this evening. And these are the 7 rebels: Absana Begum, Imran Hussain, Rebecca Long-Bailey, Ian Byrne, Richard Bergen, Zara Sultana and John McDonnell, former Labour Shadow Chancellor. Here is Zara Sultana speaking this afternoon in the House of Commons and causing merry hell for the new Prime Minister.
If the Labour Party has a moral mission, it must be to eradicate poverty. The key driver of rising child poverty is the 2-child benefit cap. And the single most effective way of tackling child poverty is immediately lifting 300,000 children out of poverty by scrapping this cruel policy. It is a move backed by everyone from Gordon Brown, all 11 trade unions affiliated to the Labour Party, as well as the TUC, which represents 6 million workers, as well as the Archbishop of Canterbury and Save the Children.
Yikes. Let's just reflect, shall we, on those comments. It may just be 7 MPs involved, but it represents a huge portion of the Labour base. As Sultana just said there, the unions, the public sector, charities and the party's old guard, including former Prime Minister Gordon Brown. And let's talk about the unions. The Chancellor, Rachel Reeves, has effectively told the BBC that she's going to have to give in to their unreasonable demands to avoid strike chaos.
At the moment, we are looking at those pay review body recommendations, doing the analysis, and we will work with public sector workers on that. But we also know that there is a cost to not settling, a cost of further industrial action, a cost in terms of the challenge that we face in recruiting and retaining doctors and nurses and teachers as well.
Strike chaos under Starmer. Hate to say I told you so. Labour caving in to the unions is as surprising as Elton John's hair loss. 1 million teachers and nearly 1.5 million NHS workers are expected to get pay rises of 5.5%. Now, that is more than double inflation. That's more than you would get in the private sector. And God knows what Labour are going to pay the junior doctors, whose dangerous strikes have seen the cancellation of over 1 million appointments. Paul Johnson, the respected and politically neutral director of the Institute for Fiscal Studies, has said the pay rises could cost an extra £3 billion for teachers and nurses alone. Now, both sectors may have a case. We love our nurses, we love the teachers. But with a government running scared after just over 2 weeks in power, it's clear that the unions will smell blood and countless other sectors will follow suit with their own unreasonable, unaffordable demands, which means more taxes, more borrowed billions and more inflation. Meanwhile, Labour scrap Rwanda, the only serious deterrent we had to stop the boats, and which the Irish government said was already working. And today they've scrapped the Bibi Stockholm barge, which accommodated hundreds of migrants, presumably in favour of a suite at the Holiday Inn Express. Labour are going to smash the criminal gangs abroad. Good luck with that. And go after people working in nail bars and car washes. Now, the nail bar raids will only scratch the surface, and the car wash policy won't wash with anyone. It's a load of froth and foam. In what looks like a perfect political storm, Ed Miliband is going to destroy our energy independence by banning oil and gas exploration in the North Sea, only for us to buy it back more expensively from international bad actors abroad, whilst betting the House on flaky renewables. The Labour honeymoon is over, folks, and the bickering has already begun.